Good morning and welcome to Niger News Series, where we keep you informed on the top stories making waves across Nigeria. Today, we delve into a tale of economic policy, political maneuvering, and a scathing critique from one of Nigeria's most respected voices. At the center of this drama lies Nigeria's proposed tax reforms, a policy framework aiming to reshape the nation's fiscal landscape. With provisions like the gradual increase of VAT from 7.5% to 15% by 2030 and a restructured revenue-sharing formula, the reforms have been met with mixed reactions. Initially met with resistance, particularly from the northern governors, the proposed reforms sparked intense debates. For a detailed breakdown of their grievances, check out our video Anarchy or Reform, the Bala Mohammed and Tinubu fallout. Recent developments show that governors across the nation, both from the north and south, have thrown their weight behind the initiative. But what changed? Former central bank governor and outspoken economist Sanusi Lamido Sanusi, known for his sharp, unapologetic analysis, has voiced his disdain for the government's economic approach, stating unequivocally that he does not intend to help the Tinubu administration. His critique comes at a pivotal moment, casting a spotlight on the fragile state of Nigeria's economy and questioning whether these reforms address the root of the country's fiscal woes. Sanusi's stinging critique.
Points that explain, perhaps, what we're going through, and how it was totally predictable, most of it, and maybe avoidable. But I'm not going to do that. I've chosen not to speak about the economy and the reforms, or to even explain anything, because if I explain, it would help this government, and I don't want to help the government. I don't want to help this government.
Sanusi, revered for his intellect and feared for his candor, did not hold back in his assessment of Nigeria's economic challenges. Highlighting deep-seated issues such as fiscal irresponsibility, over-reliance on oil revenues, and corruption, he dismissed the proposed VAT increase as a regressive tax policy that will disproportionately affect Nigeria's most vulnerable citizens. For Sanusi, the reforms are a band-aid on a gaping wound. He has consistently argued for structural reforms, calling for an overhaul of Nigeria's industrial and manufacturing sectors and a crackdown on government inefficiency. In his view, without addressing these systemic issues, no amount of tax revenue will suffice to stabilize the economy. The state of Nigeria's economy. To understand Sanusi's critique, one must examine the grim realities of Nigeria's economic state: soaring inflation. With inflation rates exceeding 20%, basic goods have become unaffordable for many Nigerians. Declining purchasing power, the removal of fuel subsidies and the unification of the exchange rate have compounded economic hardship. High unemployment rates, youth unemployment continues to rise, stifling economic productivity and innovation. Debt burden, a staggering portion of government revenue is now allocated to debt servicing, leaving little room for critical infrastructure and social investments. These factors paint a dire picture, one that makes any increase in VAT, a consumer tax, particularly painful for the average Nigerian. Governors' change of heart. Initially resistant to the proposed tax reforms, governors from both the north and south have now rallied behind the policy. Behind closed doors, intense consultations between federal government representatives and state governors yielded compromises and assurances that tipped the scales. Revised revenue-sharing formula. Governors were assured a greater share of the VAT revenue, addressing long-standing complaints of fiscal inequity among states. Corporate tax reductions. Businesses will see a gradual reduction in corporate income tax, CIT, from 30% to 25% by 2026, a move aimed at boosting investment and job creation. Gradual implementation. The VAT increase will be phased in over several years, reducing immediate public backlash. These adjustments placated governors who now see the reforms as an opportunity to boost their state's revenues, even if it comes at a potential political cost. Sanusi's voice in the tax reform drama. despite the newfound consensus among governors, Sanusi's critique casts a long shadow. He raises vital questions: will the increased revenue be effectively utilized to benefit Nigerians, or will it disappear into the void of corruption? Can tax reforms alone solve Nigeria's economic woes without broader structural changes? Sanusi's assertions are a stark reminder that public confidence in government fiscal management is at an all-time low. His refusal to support the government reflects the frustrations of many Nigerians who fear the reforms may do more harm than good. Conclusion: the proposed tax reforms may represent a crucial step toward fiscal sustainability, but their success hinges on transparency, accountability, and complementary policies that address inflation, unemployment, and economic diversification. As the Tinubu administration pushes forward, the question remains: can these reforms deliver real change, or will they deepen the economic divide? For now, the spotlight is on the government to prove its critics, Sanusi included, wrong. And as Nigerians watch closely, the tax reform saga will undoubtedly remain one of the most defining stories of this administration. Thanks for watching Niger News Series. Share your thoughts in the comments, like this video, and don't forget to subscribe for more breaking news and in-depth analysis.